at a market, fresh vegetable market. Got some produce, and now I will produce. LOLs, JKs, and all that. You know, not the finest tobacco I have, but I am gonna smoke it through till the end, till it's gone, you know. But in California, actually, I have yet to leave a review for that store because the guy was really cool, he's really nice, you know. And I got this. I got a real good lighter, real nice lighter that, you know, has a small compartment, so I hardly use it because I use this one. I bought this at Harbor Freight, and it was to like melt metal, and I was gonna, you know, melt stuff like that, do something with it. But, you know, it just, you know, I don't think I'm cut out to use that one. I want to buy something else, but I do use it to light my pipe, and it just, you know, it has a big compartment and lasts like I would feel it lasts at least over a week, sometimes 2 weeks even, you know. So I like it. It's huge, but it's pretty damn good, you know. It's like $15. It was like 16 actually, you know. So it's a sweet deal. Anyway, I just bought some produce, and you know, I just thinking it's like nostalgia, you know. Like years ago, I was trying to eat right, this and that, but it's like, you know, I guess I wasn't living the best life, you know. The best life, I wasn't too aware of myself. I was lied and manipulated about being, you know, like an evil, creepy person of people. You know, people get angry and call me a pedo. Like that means child. That doesn't mean pedophilia. Like, you're not gonna offend me. Like, you're too stupid. And also, it's like, you know, they try to make me feel like, you know, I was a pedophile and a child molester a lot of times, indirectly and directly. And a lot of people, either they do it because they want to like offend somebody, suppress my mentality, or some people are just narrow-minded, you know. Like, I don't get into fights, this and that. Maybe I don't raise my voice. I don't know how their mind works. I really don't have time to get into everybody's mind and, you know, figure out why, you know, call me this and the other thing. But, you know, it's like a lot of stuff was due to that, and also it's like, you know, people perpetuating this lie that I had 1 or 2 children and stuff like that. And eventually I started believing that, you know. It was like all these little forces people are related to, and they let me know. So it, like, you know, it really brought me down, you know, it really saddened me. But, you know, once I let that go, it's like, you know, it's like one of the biggest reliefs in life, you know, one of the biggest reliefs. And, you know, I'm 44 right now, a little bit on the older side. I feel like in my 30s lately. The last 2 days, I felt like in my 30s. Year, 2 years ago, maybe like 2-3 years ago, I felt like I was almost in my 20s, if you could believe that, you know. I was just, you know, I was exercising constantly, and I had a very healthy diet, you know. On the other side, I've been losing weight, a couple pounds here and there, you know. It's pretty much my diet, you know. Even though I drink beer every once in a while, it's really cutting out the meat, you know. Cutting out the meat, that's like the biggest proponent I found, you know, to gaining weight. And also, you know, the things I believe in, you know, veganism actually is the purest way of life. It really is, you know. Even being a vegetarian, you know, vegetarianism. Although, you know, I would even go, I just bought a dozen eggs from this place, you know. I would even go as far as saying, you know, maybe we shouldn't eat dairy products to a certain degree maybe, you know. And maybe it just, you know, it's, you know, if you think about the chicken and the eggs, you know, that's theirs, we like take it from them. So, you know, they want the eggs to hatch, that's their children, right? So it is kind of disturbing, you know. There's other ways to go around as far as, you know, like you need a batter or something like that for cooking, you know. You don't have to even use eggs. You could use like flour and water and other items. But I'm still not there. You know, I still buy dairy products. I use half and half. You know, I buy kefir. You know, it's a probiotic. You know, strawberry. I just love the taste. Eggs, stuff like that. I don't drink milk. Only when I'm in a certain area, they throw me away in the psychiatric unit for being too angry. Then for being abused. You know, that's when, I have milk because it nourishes and it calms me down. It's very soothing. But neither here nor there. I just, I spend close to $60 on groceries. Yeah, I love shopping. I'm a shopping nut. I'm not a shopping alcoholic. I recovered from that as well. But I love buying groceries, stuff like that, Anytime I go to a supermarket, it's like one of the places I just can't, I want to get this, maybe I get that. Maybe I'll make this recipe. Yesterday I made bok choy. The second time I made it, and this time was really much better. I put ginger in there, and I put more garlic than the last time. Also, I put stir-fry sauce. I watched a video of this woman. She was cooking it, and she put something else. I forgot what she put. I don't think she put sesame seeds. So I have to go pick up sesame seeds, and I think I want to do it again today. And maybe with a side salad and stuff like that. I don't eat too much salad, but I had balsamic vinaigrette. I mispronounced that. I still have it at home. It's a little bit left. Oh, I love it so much. It's my favorite dressing ever. Can't get enough of it. I used to be a Italian nut. Italian dressing, and I also love French dressing as well, Caesar, all that, but it's just so good. And even without that, I have lemons. I could put just sprinkle lemon all over the salad. So I have to get back home, and I have to make my regular standard cucumber, lemon, ginger water. I have a little bit of ginger left. I'm gonna use it up. I don't want any good food to go to spoil. It always makes me feel bad when I have to throw away food because it's it's spoiled and it went bad. I really don't like that. It brings me down. I have a lot of cleaning to do. It's a mess, a royal mess. It was like that before, but it's just really disgusting over there. I let myself go. I was really hurt for the last couple of days, and so I wasn't cleaning anything, and I recovered lately. I feel much better. The last 2 days, I was working for 6 and 7 hours. So I was busy. I was moving around, made some money. Also, not just got me out of the house, but it's I felt I broke a sweat at least both of the times. So it made me feel really good. Still take my hot steam showers. Morning today I took a cold shower, and it's when you have bed rest through the night and you feel, even though I woke up at night and I slept a couple hours, you feel warm for a couple hours. When that cold hits you, just feel it over, it's a tingling. It's gonna be very uncomfortable at first, but then it just relaxes and soothes you. So still do that every day. I still smoke my pipe tobacco, stuff like that. This is the more kind that reminds me of cigarette tobacco, even though it's just pipe tobacco. It goes to my apartment, and it does have this not as pure tobacco as I smoked before that didn't really stink. This one does, but what else? Just a quick little vlog, video catch up. Not too much going around other than that. I made a couple beats. It's I sit down and I'm thinking about. I wrote something down and I rehearsed this little rhyme. I was gonna let it out, and then I couldn't. I made the beat for. I think I have one already, but I have to work on it. And it's every time I also try to make a beat, it's it's this application. Why don't I just record this one instead of just focus on what the beat I really want. So I could go sit there and make 5, 6, 7, 10 beats, and then crazy radio beats. I mean, probably not the ones you hear on the radio, but they work for me. And it's I can't concentrate on the one I want. Maybe I'm just having too much fun with it, and I hear like one little melody, and I say, "Oh, that sounds good. Let me make it a little bit better before I, forget about it." And just, don't come back to that certain application or that certain part of the application. But it's like you gotta have time for that, and also, to make a beat and actually rehearse it, memorize the rhymes. You gotta get into that. I don't want to be just reading it and rapping it, this and the other thing. It's like I gotta memorize it, and I feel like I gotta be into it. It's gotta have the right syntax. It's gotta have the right flow, this and the other thing. So lately, I just I didn't have the energy for that. Also, another thing, I sit down, even if I don't drink beer, I put on YouTube, and it's like I watch videos, and a lot of stuff, it gives me down. It's the only good things. A lot of it's like, I watch a cooking show. There's like 2 or 3 people I watch for like food and stuff like that, and I pick up recipes. But it's like animals and stuff. Raccoons, dogs, cats, mostly raccoons, sometimes skunks, wolf dogs, wolves. I watch their videos, and it's like, puts a smile on my face. But just too much negativity. Not just the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, but, it's just like, there's just either somebody's getting hurt, somebody's dying, somebody's killing each other. It's too damaging. That's one of the reasons when years ago I stopped watching TV. I bought a smart TV, but it's like I didn't even watch the news or anything like that. Everything was right there on YouTube for me. I couldn't even get Netflix, but I don't even want to watch that stuff. Yesterday I watched a video. It was about antinatalism. It's something I kind of sort of do believe in. I'm really on board with that because it's about promoting life, and then you realize maybe you're not happy with the child, maybe that's not the life you want, and all along you like we're programmed to chase that, like it's the norm, and then you realize like I'm not really happy, but you have that child, this and you have to do the best thing for them. You can't be too hateful towards them and abusive, So it's also about responsibility and, not just, you don't have a job, this and the other thing. It's about not being abusive and, damaging their psychology and and their behavior, to be a parent, it's absolutely to be free of cruelty and menace to the being, but it is very responsible a lifestyle to begin with. So I was watching a video on that, and it's basically about not promoting suffering. How many children are born with defects, mental diseases, physical diseases, and also even if they're not, they're gonna go through life and they're gonna go through harm and suffering. And you can't just think, if that child would have been aborted, this and the other thing, because you can't tell a person that. But if you don't create that life, then life doesn't exist because you won't know who they are. So it's just a personal stance, and also on the other level, I always thought I want to do all the things I can't be. Not that I can't be a family man. I think I definitely could. It's something that it would be nice, but at the same time, I don't chase it. I really don't chase it. It's not something that I really wanted, It's not fear-based. I just, I work on different calibers. I want to do different things in life, I watched a video on that, and, it was a very well-spoken video, very well edited, this and the other thing, Jokes and lulls come about, they really do, I was on iBlock yesterday. I talked to this one person came by, and we talked about my last couple employers past, how I got ripped off. I didn't get paid the $4,000, and then I started talking about New York, and I just got really angry. Not something I want to think about either. About being pushed around by NYPD and people in the establishment there. And the person, I think they just left. They just left the chat room. At the end I said New Yorkers suck my dick or something like that. Just like, I don't really think that, but just after, being harassed and abused and pushed around and lied to, it's like, what am I supposed to be friendly and wave, I don't care about that. I don't care about, being there anymore, So, Yeah, just about it. I picked up some sage because I had some sage, and I brought it over. His name is William. It's at this job I've been doing. This house, he lives there, and an older gentleman. And I brought him a bag of like sage leaflets and whatnot. But you know, sooner or later, like we're gonna go out like shopping at Costco or something like that. I'm gonna take him to Costco so he can buy some stuff for like a week or 2 weeks. No, just, you know. Anyway, that's what's going on in my life, you know. Just living one day at a time. Don't really feel like, you know, buying any beer today. Just not in the mood. I am gonna probably stop at another store, Turnpike. Stay on the Parkway. I'm gonna stop at another store. The one I usually go to, the supermarket, and I am gonna get another bok choy, maybe bok choy, and I'm gonna do it again because it was just so good, you know. But for anyone who had ever had Chinese food, it's oily, it's greasy, it has that oil, but has that salty taste, like from like soy sauce. It's not so much soy sauce. Soy sauce you can put as an additive, you know. I mean, at the end, there's like almost like a glaze, you know, or you know, a condiment, if you will. But it's how they prepare it, you know. It has that really good stir fry taste. So it was pretty cool, and I need to didn't have sesame seeds there at the place where I just came from. So I'm gonna pick up sesame seeds, and hopefully I have a stronger signal on my cell phone. I'm gonna look it up for that same recipe and another additive to that, you know. I go, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I saw somebody else. I think actually this other guy, he was doing onion and something else, broccoli and an onion and zucchini. That's what I should be doing, because I got a little bit left. I don't want to go to waste, but I'm still gonna go pick up sesame seeds, because, you know, I need sesame seeds anyway. I might even put sesame seeds on that, and maybe put some stir fried on that, you know. And I am gonna buy what would you call it? Not a burrito. Hi Donna, how you doing, Donna? Freaking, you know, a wrap. I use the wraps. It's a thin bread, you know. I want to see if they have whole wheat, you know. Not that it's too important, but it's a little breading, so it'll be fine. But I am gonna get that. I'm gonna make wraps. I guess the guy actually, I don't know if him or somebody else, they call it chipotle wrap or chipotle burrito, and you put rice in there as well. I have brown rice. It's not gonna be white or yellow rice. I'm gonna make brown rice with turmeric, not so much cumin for that, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do like this recipe I saw. I don't know if I'm gonna record a video about that. You know, I would have put it on my Lucas79 channel, but it's like, you know, I got 1 or 2 or 3 views. And it's like it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it's like a short, but, you know, lately I noticed like the shorts I put on, they're getting like, you know, thrown away from YouTube. They don't even go to short section. It's under a minute, and it's like, you know, I have all the qualifications. It doesn't count as a short. I don't know what that's about, you know, but that's one thing. And also, you know, like I said, I have two more videos about cooking I could upload, but it's like, you know, I just never got around to it. I just, you know, I gave that up. I'd rather, you know, record some beats and write my rhymes, and maybe if it will be like an artistic video, it'll be much more about that, you know. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just, you know, on the Parkway, going to another supermarket. I should have stopped at home, pick up more bags. I always forget to. At the beginning, I was so good with that, you know. I would go out of my house and I'd get a couple of shopping bags, you know, the reusables. Lately, for the last year or so, I just keep forgetting every time, you know. Good thing at this place, they had a paper bag. They give people paper bags, and even that one I could probably reuse. But, you know, I should probably stop home. But you know what? I probably won't. It'll be like small things I'm gonna buy. So even if I have to buy a bag, I'll spend like another 50 cents. And yeah, that's it for this Friday. Oh, is it Saturday? I'm so bad with days. I'm so out of it lately.